Salut et bienvenue à Frenchy Fried, toujours ton professeur préféré de français, Lamy. Hello and welcome back to Frenchy Fried. It's your favorite French teacher again, Lamy. If you're new on this channel, welcome here. So basically, I am a language teacher and I've been giving premium gist. So this is a continuation from my previous video. If you've not seen the previous video, you need to catch up with it right here so that you can follow up this gist that I'm giving you now. All right, so this is welcome back to Did I Waste My Life Studying French? Right. So I ended last week talking about my friend Sukome who gave me my first explanation in French. And what did Sukome explain to me? Sukome taught me how to conjugate verbs in French, and that was a welcome to the world of French. That was the first thing I understood, right? So Happy Girl had learned how to conjugate verbs in French. So we started this journey. Let's talk about my learning process. Someone had introduced me, had given me the first help, so I needed to continue. So my learning process. So because I had, there was a lag. I didn't have basic knowledge of French. I was in uni already. I recognized the lag, and I knew that I had to put in the work. So I started to draw up a plan for myself, right? I had to start going to the library every Friday. In my first year, I wasn't having classes on Fridays. So I had to start going to the library on Fridays. And I think I'll be mentioning a lot of my friends here. I have a friend, the first person who took me to the library, her name is Odun. I remember my sister had advised me to go to the library and study, but it all felt like, blah, all the sister nonsense. Please don't tell me what to do. But eventually, one day, my friend took me to the library, Odun, and then we started going to the library. And I started going on Fridays. It was another friend also who took me to the library on that particular Friday, and I started going to the library every Friday. And I'll go to the library like 8 a.m. and be there up till 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. because I knew I had a goal in mind. I knew there was a lag. I knew I needed to fill it up. So I would start going there from 8 a.m. in the morning, and the network was usually bad in Izikaya Oluwasomi Library. I think that's what it's called in the way. You pardon my Yoruba, right? So I'll be there for long hours. I would sit, learn, and whenever I was tired, I would rest my head and sleep and wake up and continue back with my books. So I started to learn. I would look up words in the dictionary. I made sure no word passed me by. When learning French, you have to learn the gender of a word. I would have to look up the gender of every new word I learned, and I would have to use it in a sentence. Trust me, it was a process. There was no shortcut. I went through the complete process, and I'm not even taking the glory. I give all glory to God for having a sound mind that could learn, understand, and retain knowledge. But I had to put in the work, right? And God really blessed this work. That's why I'm your French teacher today. So I started doing that, and it got better. But I think another thing I want to tell you guys about is a struggle that I know every language learner has. How do you keep speaking French when you live in an Anglophone country? So how have I continued with my French in an Anglophone country? I must tell you the truth. It's a lot of work. It's not easy. It's a lot of work, but I've been deliberate about putting in the work, and trust me, it has been working. And I think it's good that I know every French learner finds this video relatable, because I understand the struggle you go through having to learn French and not living in a francophone country where you can practice your bonjour, salut, comment ça va, comment était la nuit, tu as bien dodo, et tout cela en français. You're in an English country, so why am I even learning French? How do I use my French? So the truth is, I love French. So I listen to podcasts in French. I enjoy beautiful stories in French. I listen to the news in French. I listen to music in French. I watch vlogs in French. And this tip is the almighty tip. I read aloud. Yes, you heard that. I read aloud. Yes, hear me. I read aloud. I pick a French book. Speaking French can be weird. Learning a language is weird. So when you ask the meaning of a word, like, oh, how do you say good evening in French, and someone says bonsoir, trust me, it sounds weird. It is weird. So you have to get used to hearing yourself speak French. It builds your confidence, it helps your pronunciation skills, and it really opens you up to the language. So I read out loud. Bonsoir, je m'appelle Lamy, je suis nigériane, je parle français, anglais et Yoruba. J'habite à Lagos avec ma famille, and all that. I did this continuously. So I started reading aloud to myself. And ultimate premium tip, speak to yourself. You heard me right. I speak French to myself all the time. It's a lifestyle. Come to my home. I'm in the shower and I am speaking French to myself. I'm creating scenarios in my head. Okay, what if I'm at the boulangerie and I want to acheter du pain au chocolat? What do I do? What kind of conversation are we going to have? Bonjour, je voudrais acheter du pain au chocolat. Ça coûte combien? Ok. Combien? 2. Ok, donnez-moi. Donnez. Merci. Ça sera tout? Oui, ça sera tout. Merci. Au revoir. Bonne journée. So I create the scenarios in my head. I leave it out and I speak French. Because French is a living thing. Hear me. French language and every other language is a living thing. If you don't speak it, it dies. La langue française est vivante. Quand tu la laisses, ça meurt. Ça te laisse aussi. Thank you for coming to this video. I think I'll end it right here, right? Thank you for listening to this episode, and I would really appreciate your feedback. You can share with me something in the comment section that you never thought you could do and you eventually perspired to acquire, and you acquired the desired. Come on, share with me in the comment section, and remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Merci beaucoup, au revoir, and remember, this is Frenchy Fried. À bientôt!